Hello everyone. So, before we begin today's lecture, I want you to think about this. Our cell membrane is made up of lipid bilayer, and we usually imagine it as two identical layers of lipids facing each other. But in reality, these two layers are not the same. The distribution of lipids is asymmetrical. So in today's lecture, we will be studying about this lipid asymmetry and its importance. So let's begin. So if we talk about this lipid asymmetry, it simply means different compositions of lipid molecules in both leaflets of the cell membrane. Like here you can see that this outer leaflet is rich in lipids like glycolipids, phosphatidylcholine and sphingomyelin. While here the inner leaflet, it is highly rich in lipids like phosphatidylinositol or phosphatidylserine and phosphatidylethanolamine, and this kind of asymmetry, this lipid asymmetry, is maintained by specific enzymes like flippase, floppase, and scramblase. As I have mentioned in my previous lecture, this flippase moves specific lipid molecules from outer to inner leaflet, while the floppase moves specific lipid molecules from inner to outer leaflet, and thereby these two enzymes help in maintaining this kind of lipid asymmetry. While on the other hand, this scramblase, this move random lipid molecules from outer to inner as well as inner to outer leaflet, which means it moves the random lipid molecules bidirectionally, so thereby disrupting this lipid asymmetry. So this kind of lipid asymmetry, this is not a random process. It is a design by purpose, where each kind of lipid molecule present in specific leaflet has its own important function. So this lipid asymmetry is very important for many cellular functions. So let us understand the importance of this asymmetry. So one of the most fundamental role of lipid asymmetry is in cell signaling. And a classic example of it is the phosphatidylinositol, which is generally enriched in the inner leaflet of the cell membrane. Now, certain cytosolic kinases, they come and phosphorylate this phosphatidylinositol into PIP2 and PIP3. And these phosphorylated derivatives, they serve as docking sites for various proteins like certain signaling proteins, or for proteins involved in cytoskeletal rearrangement, or certain proteins that link the cell membrane with the actin cytoskeleton, thereby mediating this membrane cytoskeleton interaction. So just think about this. If this phosphatidylinositol would not enriched or would not be concentrated to this inner leaflet, so in that case, this entire intracellular signaling cascade would not occur, right? So another striking example of lipid asymmetry is seen during apoptosis and blood clotting. So generally we know that this phosphatidylserine is this highly restricted to the inner leaflet of the cell membrane. So during apoptosis, this PS is flipped to the outer leaflet via the scramblase enzyme, and this exposed PS acts as a signal for neighboring macrophages to come and phagocytose or eat this dead cell. So thereby this flipping of PS to the outer leaflet act as a death signal, and thereby preventing the accumulation of any dead cell in the tissues. Similarly, during platelet activation, this PS is flipped to the outer leaflet, and this exposed PS serve as platform for the assembly of clotting factors, thereby promoting the blood clotting mechanism. So just think about it, that if this PS asymmetry was not present, then these two major processes could not just occur. Besides this, lipid asymmetry also contributes to membrane curvature and dynamics. Like for example, this PE phosphatidylethanolamine, it is highly enriched in the inner leaflet of the membrane. So it has a cone-shaped structure which induces curvature and provides membrane flexibility. And this is important for processes like endocytosis, vesicle budding, and membrane fusion events. So imagine a fact, if this PE was not enriched in the inner leaflet, then this vesicular trafficking and membrane remodeling events would be inefficient, right? So, in addition to signaling and membrane remodeling events, this lipid asymmetry is also critical for structural stability and barrier function. For example, these glycolipids, they are almost exclusively enriched in the outer leaflet of the cell membrane, and they have various roles to play out there. Like for example, in the digestive tract, these presence of glycolipids in the outer leaflet protects the epithelial cells from harsh conditions like low pH and enzymatic degradation. So it has a protective role to play out there. Apart from this, it also this glycolipid it also acts as recognition molecule. Like for example, the on RBC surface, the blood group antigens which are found on its surface, they are glycolipids. So besides this, this glycolipids also plays important role in cell adhesion and cell communication events. So think about it, if this glycolipid was not concentrated in the outer leaflet, then these important processes would be disrupted, right? So to conclude the lecture, we have understood about lipid asymmetry, where different lipids like phosphatidylserine, ethanolamine, inositol, they are highly enriched in the inner leaflet of the membrane, while lipids like phosphatidylcholine, sphingomyelin, glycolipid, they are concentrated in the outer leaflet of the membrane or towards the extracellular side. And this lipid asymmetry is very important for all these critical processes of the cell. And without this asymmetry, a membrane would lose its stability and cell would fail to communicate, and these vital processes would be highly disrupted.